Hey everyone, I hope you're all well. It's Sunday. I've had a lovely day today. I met two Leanies from the page, a lady called Letty who joined the page in the first week back in June last year, and we've just been posting and catching up with each other's journeys on a regular basis, and she lives in Australia and was over in the UK, and I met her this morning with her wife, and it was just lovely. We just connected and chatted forever, and it was brilliant. So that made my day. And of course it's only 3 more sleeps now until the big day, and I'm feeling up and down about it. I think today I'm feeling a bit stressed inwardly because obviously it's a huge step that I'm taking. And it's interesting to see people's reactions to it. There have been quite a few people sort of saying, oh, you don't need to justify what you're doing. And I appreciate that, thank you. I think actually that isn't what I'm doing. I'm kind of documenting this journey because having been through the weight loss journey and seen how difficult it is to come to terms with the change, and how difficult it is to move away from being a big girl to a slim girl. I'm doing this documentation because I think it's going to help me to accept the change, because the change is going to be fairly significant and fairly rapid, but then the recovery will be pretty tough, and there's going to be up and down moments during that recovery period. So by documenting it, I've got something that will help me on down days to stay up, and the photographs are part of that. So this morning I took a lot of photographs of me in different angles, and I was brave enough to post one of those, which was me doing a push-up with the upper half of my tummy on show. I think if I'd have shown the bottom half it would have been several times worse. And those photos for me at the moment are very difficult to look at, particularly the ones where I'm grabbing hold of the loose skin, which I've not shown you yet because I'm not brave enough. It almost feels like it did when I first started the body coach, and I remember January last year taking the photographs of me in my underwear. Martin took them, and just being distraught at what I saw, because I'd look at that in the mirror fleetingly most days but never really accepted it. But when you see it in a photograph, it's just like, oh my God. And of course, for the last year at least, I've been the selfie queen. I'm quite known for it now. And I see myself in 2 dimensions daily. And quite often I'm dressed, but once a month when it comes to end of cycle results, I'm not. I'm in my underwear. And actually in my underwear, I look okay. I think I've got a lovely body. And seeing the pictures today of my tummy and the bit at the bottom, and I did some lying down on my side. Ooh, they weren't very pleasant, and jumping up and down in a video. They were really hard to look at because it just doesn't look like a lean girl. I see the photos, particularly of the bottom half of my tummy, and I might as well be looking at that person that was 16 stone last year, because that's what it looks like. And the thing is, you see, is that's all that I see in the mirror quite often. And regardless of the fact that my arms are lean and my legs are lean and my shoulders are looking lovely, it's often hard to see past the tummy. And the tummy is going to be gone. And my expectations are realistic, I think, so I know that I've got stretch marks on the bottom half of my tummy and they'll be cut away, boom. But I've probably got some on the top which aren't as visible, but when the skin's pulled down they're going to be more visible. So I'm not going to have the tummy of a 20-year-old. But I will have a waist. I normally have quite a thick waist. It's just my shape, and that's going to pull in a little bit. I am going to have a huge scar, and I need to kind of get my head around that. But the fact that I'm going to be able to go to the gym, when I'm in a hotel for work, and jump up and down and not be thinking, oh God, what does this look like? And you know, do a plank or a push-up and not worry about the person next to me thinking, oh God, look at the state of that skin hanging down. And I'm sure they don't think that, but that's what's in my mind. That's going to be really great, you know, to be able to have that. And the reason why I'm documenting and sharing the photos is great if it helps you, brilliant, and I'm really pleased about that. But on this occasion, it's actually about me, because I need to be able to look at those photos and look at the new world in a few weeks' time and compare. Because on the days when I can't exercise, on the days when I'm swelling, on the days when I'm in pain, on the days where I'm wishing I hadn't had it done, I need to be able to look back and say that's the reason. So two-dimensional images are great, but sometimes that doesn't show the whole story, and what I'm showing you now and over the next few weeks is going to be the whole story, and that will help lots of women, I suppose, understand what it's like to be in a body that's been big and now is small, and it's not always that easy. So I was supposed to be talking to you today about what I'm going to be eating and how I'm going to avoid the exercise, but that's going to have to wait until tomorrow now, because I'm already 6.5 minutes. But yeah, that's me, kind of mix of emotions today. I'm busy for the next 2 days at work, so I'm sure that'll fly by. Tuesday night I'm having my hair done, because that's what you do the night before you go in hospital, isn't it? So I'm having that done. And today, just hang on 1 second, I went into M&S and bought myself a little dressing gown, because you kind of need that as well, don't you? So brand new dressing gown to cheer me up, ready for the big day on Wednesday. So on that note, I will leave you, and I promise I'll speak to you tomorrow about what I'm going to eat.